Hi, this is Susan, and I've been working on this afternoon and evening. Well, mostly evening. And I wanted to show you this old catalog. It was Hobby Builder Supply, then it became miniatures.com, and I just heard someone say online that it was bought out by another company, and maybe somebody mentioned how to get these catalogs again because I was asking for a catalog and they hadn't sent me one. And this one is way old. This catalog is back, 2016, 10-year-old catalog. But these are great if you can dig them out, find them, you get ideas. And I'll show you another thing that this catalog gave me an idea to make 10 years ago or more. Okay, so that was this. This is the sign that I made, but it was this. This was this rabbit hutch. Well, I just saw the picture of it in here, and I hope I didn't paint that shut, but it does have like the little thing that comes down to close it, but it's kind of tight. Anyway, oddly they had it where this opened up. I was looking at the way they had the knobs in the picture, so I was like, I don't know why it was supposed to open up there, but I made it open up there. And so it was funny because I didn't have it finished for years because I was waiting for it to hail so that people put their screens outside and I could nab a screen to put in here because I didn't have screen. So it's got little bunnies in it and then little raffia or something. And I think I even put like little rabbit poo, little polymer clay or something but you can, this wasn't difficult to make. And here's the little sign that I just threw together, a little sign to go with it. So, any of these old catalogs give you ideas. Now, this one, if you look at, this one actually was $35 10 years ago. So, I'm really liking mine. Mine was cardboard, popsicle sticks, cardboard, just a little bit of trim and a little bit of wood for the legs. So, not bad. And then thinking of, painting it this green color. Maybe 2 colors the way they did. Maybe 2 colors. I don't know. I'll have to think on it, what it's going to go with next to my house. So up here you've got a little shelf, and I've got that little shelf, and I've got the big table part, and then I've got the bottom for stuff. And here's where they had the unfinished one. And this unfinished, if you want to take a snapshot of that kind of gives you the idea of what you're going for. And then the rest of it's just dolling it up. And so this one, they did the bird houses. And on mine, I used 1/4 inch. So let me show you what they used. Okay, this is a 1/4 inch. This comes 2 in a package from Hobby Lobby. And I use this for the legs in the front, the legs in the back, and on the sides and front. But I used a little bit thinner piece that I had. And the reason I'll tell you, it's about putting these popsicle sticks on the back. I was trying to have those be flush, but then I ended up making this too large. When I cut the corners out, it ended up sitting further back. And anyway, so you're if you're doing the birdhouse, like in this one, you'd need to use this wider piece of wood to look like the little bird houses on the back side. And then, shape it, sand it down, and then put the little roof on them and doll them up. And they put theirs together. I put a little gap in my back fence boards. Now, I had one of these, and I really liked it. It was made from the old style, like this style old fence boards. And I found it on the street. And it was so funny because the neighbor was like, we saw it at the same time, and I was like, oh, looking, and he was like, oh, it's mine, it's mine. He was like saying it was his, like, and he set it way over on the, on the other people's property on the street. So I ran over and grabbed it, and I really used it. I really needed it. So I did use it. Okay, now I do have this little trim, and I was going to show you. I showed you this recently about this Midwest products. This is at Hobby Lobby, and it comes with all these pieces to the side here. And so that's where I get these little pieces. Now, you can also, take either your popsicle stick or these coffee stir sticks, and you can cut that in half and make a trim piece out of it. Or even this is thin, so you could cut that and make trim pieces. So you can come up with your trim pieces to go around. At first I'm using 4 layers of cardboard, something like this. This was too short this way and this way. I decided to extend it, but this is like 4 or 5 pieces of cardboard. So just make yourself, some cereal boxes, whatever you have. Make some pieces, and then you'll be able to make this with it. And just real simple. I'll tell you the dimensions, and let me get these out of here so I don't. These are actually clay, so I don't want to have them fall out of there. Okay, so now I just decorated it by putting these here, and over on the side, these are popsicle sticks behind it to, give support to the top layer, this top shelf. And then I put these little footing pieces on, which are cardboard, and this is popsicle sticks. So you've got the quarter inch, and then you've got these here. And what you're trying to do is have these sit back. It was in my design, but then I didn't achieve it when I started cutting out the notches. I cut too far back, or too exact in the notch. The notch was too big, and it ended up sitting further back. So when you're cutting the notch out of your piece like this, try to consider that you want this flush back here with these right here, if you can. It's not the end of the world if it sticks out a little bit, but these layers, all 3 of these layers are going to have to be equal, thin, be the same, so that these will lay flat, when you glue them, that there'll be a flat surface back here. So let me tell you the sizes. And that is a 1/4 inch. That's this 1/4 inch around. And I used something that was in the yard from fireworks. They shoot them off all around my friend's house, and it's just so frightening. They were all over our car year before last. So this last time, I got on the roof and I soaked everything in the yard because we're in a drought over here in Texas. And so I was so afraid that it was going to set everything on fire and all the leaves and everything. So, but they end up in the yard, and I don't know if it's inferior wood. It was kind of dried out when I went to cut it. It just kind of chipped away. But, okay, this is 6 inches here. And this is a 2. You want this one to be 2.5. Now, I did put a man here that's 6 inches, so he's 6 feet. But a woman would be 5.5. So I shortened this a little bit for you. Do a 2.5 inch, and then check and see if you don't even want it shorter, because this was too thick. This layer right here I added layers to it, and it made it too thick. And so work with your doll to see, just how tall you want it. But I think this was okay being 6 inches. And then 2.5 inch on this front. Okay, so this is 4.5 inches, 4.5 inches. And the table is 2 1/4. And the top is 1 1/4. And this down here, now it's flush, so it doesn't stand out on the sides like this one does. And I also, when you put stuff on a shelf, you know how it can fall out. So that's why I put the popsicle sticks on the side and the back with support for these. And so, because you need support. So see, I had to add this little tiny piece of wood to have them all be equal support and be equal as I glued them on. It just helps when you do that, just to add a little strip. But put these on the sides and then a little trim here. But this one doesn't come out like the rest of them. So this one is 4 inches, which is 4 inches on the distance here from your 1/4. These 1/4 pieces are 4 inches across here. And then your other 1/2 inch is the overhang on each side. And then 1 3/4 is the distance back. 1 3/4. And so, now I used this, some kind of little saw for the wood part. But for my, for cutting all these, it depends on if I'm doing, I know Tiny View always says, cut each piece and then take the first piece, put it on the cardboard, cut that out. But it's probably better for your hands. I had a sore elbow the other day, and my friend commented that I had been cutting a lot of a cardboard from Valentine's. And so, for my Valentine project. So that can kind of give your elbow a little bit of a sore spot, kind of tender. So maybe it is better not to glue these together and go ahead and cut your pieces out of the first one and then set it on the next one and on the next one and on the next one. Just whichever you want to do. But I've been using these KitchenAid. I love these KitchenAid. And I did buy these, I think, at Harbor Freight as a backup, because this cracked a while ago, but it didn't break. So I was doing too many layers and I cracked the handle, but it's still holding up. And I know that Walmart has KitchenAid. I saw them there. So these came from a thrift store, so just whatever you can find. Now you'll need some clips, to hold things a little bit. But it's really simple. This really was simple. And then these little pieces, if you'll just make a strip, just make a long strip, then you can just cut these out and have them all be the same size to put under the feet and on the top. Now also, I first looked and found beads. I was first going for the bead look. If you can picture that without the square underneath it, just the bead. That's an option. Or you can do the cardboard squares. So in the picture, see, they painted it green, and then this all a different color, and then green on top of the birdhouse roof is green. So that's kind of cute. So, and I like the hose over to the side. And I was showing you that I took copper wire, the neutral is white, and I used a green pen and just colored it with a green alcohol marker. And it worked. It was just this green alcohol marker. And it actually went, it didn't come off on my fingers or anything. So if you have some old wire, you can make a hose and attach it to the side. That's really cute. And you can make gloves out of some fabric or some plastic, just anything, and make some gloves. And you can print out these little bags I'm sure somebody's got these printables somewhere. And then these pots have, seedlings starting. And so that's kind of cool. We're going to be, well, it'll be no time before it's spring. So we'll want to start our little seedlings. So that's why I went ahead and made it, because it wasn't on the agenda. I had other things. So if you can get a hold of any of these, so I did order this catalog for like last year, and I wondered because they didn't ever send it to me. And then I read where somebody had bought out the company. So I suppose they're, having to get caught up and everything. And I don't know. We'll see if I can find the name of the new company to see when we can get our catalog. But these catalogs, see, they sell 2 bags of potting mix. Now, this is 10 years old. But if they sold it back then, I'm sure they sell it. Now, you can make this one out, this watering can, if you want. You can make that out of cardstock. It works out just great out of cardstock. And then just, use your wood glue on it and paint it with silver. And I have one of these, and these little trim pieces, if you do buy the Hobby Lobby bag of wood, this right here, one of these, I don't know if it might be this one. Well, actually, it's a combination maybe, but this would work out really easily with these little skinny pieces to make this trellis. And so there's all kinds of cute things, and then you can take, paper or fuzzy, whatever I've cut up thread to make little fuzzies to make make the flowers. You can use a bunch of different things. People are saying to put styrofoam in your blender and chop it up that way, but you can come up with it if you don't want to purchase it. But you can always purchase it. And Temu has a lot of stuff, gardening stuff. But so I just wanted to share this with you before I painted it so that you can get the idea. And it wasn't very hard. And it looks cute with the little fence-looking pieces. And you might have seen where I made this out of the cardboard as well to just set the pots on it up against the house or something. I was trying to crackle this, and I'm still working on getting the crackle effect. I got a little bit of crackle and not very much. It didn't finish crackling with the glue. So someone told me you put a coat of paint, and then you put the glue on there, use PVA. I used, I think I used the wood glue, but you need it moist, and then put your second layer of paint on there while the glue is still moist, and then I guess it constricts and starts pulling that paint apart and crackling. So I would think you'd have to do like small areas at a time, because the glue's going to dry before you get the paint on there if you do too big an area using that method, using the glue. Someone wrote me and said to use PVA glue. So I'm still working on it. I'll let you know if I ever get it, if I ever get the process down. So anyway, spring's just around the corners, y'all. So we'll see what we can make fun for spring and for Easter. Bye-bye.